let's explore new angles, and ultimately let's just have intelligent conversations on these platforms. And for mainland focus this morning, there's 3 stories on the table, and the first one happens to be the bombing in Maiduguri. 3 bombings almost simultaneously at the market, at the post office flyover, and 3 basically that happened in Maiduguri in crowded places. I'm trying to remember the third place where the bomb went off, but about 23 people had died, 108 are currently being hospitalized. As expected, the president has commented on the bombings as he continues with his visit in the United Kingdom, asking that the service chiefs relocate to Maiduguri. They have access to equipment that they would need for this operational, just to up their operational capacity basically, right, and also ask that those who are injured be allowed the best access to care so that they're able to recover faster. We also have our security operatives in Maiduguri warning that this might continue. There's a possibility that we see more incidences of suicide bombers, right, and so the advisory that they're given to those who stay in this environment is to avoid crowded places as much as they can. As expected, there's been a lot of feedback, especially on social media, with many saying it might be difficult. Crowd control might be rather difficult, especially at a time like this one, right? The fast is coming to an end. We have our brothers and sisters who gather, who form religious circles, who pray together, who want to break their fast together, who want to spend time with each other, who want to go to the market. It's impossible to really control the crowd, right? And it might be a difficult exercise, but the security operatives are saying because of the peculiarity of the situation, that's one of the best ways to sort of disarm these assailants, right? Less crowd, because they target specifically areas where there's a lot of people, so they can cause maximum damage. Mind you, this suicide bombing is believed to be something of a reprisal by these assailants, because the security operatives had recorded some successes. They had gone after them, they had arrested a few, they've been able to at least successfully neutralize a few of them, and then these assailants are now, oh well, you've taken out some of our guys, we would cause you harm as well. That's what they believe these suicide bombings are about, more or less like revenge for some of their guys that had been neutralized. And it's very unfortunate that that is the cycle of violence that continues in these areas. How do we deal with this problem? How do we surmount this unfortunate challenge? How do we maintain the successes that we've recorded when it comes to insecurity, especially in these areas? It's very unfortunate that we continue to report this, and it's unfortunate that the people in those areas will continue to lead in perpetual fear for their lives. But what is the way forward? The absence of the president, many things perhaps it can be a factor at play here, and maybe if it was around it would be able to help the situation. But there are others who argue that the physical presence of the president might not necessarily do anything, at least not in the immediate. Those who are supposed to do something are the ones who have been deployed there. The service chiefs, our security operatives, among others, are the ones who can really do something about the situation, and they have immediately taken on that responsibility, especially in Maiduguri, which happens to be the latest center of violence in the country. The second story, we are talking about Labour and their push for a new minimum wage, 154,000 naira. This morning, whilst we're analyzing, we sort of took our minds back to negotiations like this ones that have happened before. I believe about 500 to 700,000 was the initial figure that was presented by Labour. Following negotiations back and forth, they reached a sum of 70,000 naira, which is what we're enjoying at this time. It feels so wrong to even use the word enjoying in this statement, but you understand the point I'm trying to push, right? But 70,000 naira is what we have now. And there was the clause of every 4 years, right? We review minimum wage based on the economic reality at that time. Well, I think it's been almost 4 years, maybe some 3 years, 2 years thereabout, and now they're asking for 154,000 naira minimum wage. So arrangements for retirees, right? Because it's shameful that a person would serve almost 35 years, they retire, they don't have a house of their own, they barely have vehicles, they don't even have savings to help them with their care. There's nothing after servitude, and so Labour is saying there should be plans for retirees so that they can retire into at least a life of ease, have a roof over their head. And for those who are working, public workers at this time, 154,000. The possibility of this request being granted is what is being questioned at this time. Is it possible for us to settle into a minimum wage of 154,000 naira, or as I asked for aside early in the morning, is this just some sort of figure that they believe would be negotiated to maybe perhaps 100,000, 80,000, 90,000, and this is just the first figure and they're perhaps open for negotiations? And finally, we have Sunday Igboho and Sowore. I'll call it a battle of words if you let me. Omoyele Sowore seems to think that the position of Sunday Igboho, his support for President Bola Tinubu, and his claims that his agitations perhaps improved insecurity or improve security in the south west is justification for his decision to continue to support the president. Well, Omoyele Sowore seems to think that this is transactional politics, or amala politics as he calls it. That what exactly is the metrics you're using to measure success? Like, why have you taken a U-turn when it comes to the performance of the administration? Sunday Igboho is responding that, you do not have a right to say this about me. You're maligning my character. Back and forth. Let's get your comments. You have 1 minute for your submission, so you can pick which stories you want to comment on. It might be difficult to comment on all three. Just pick one or pick two, and let's hear what you have to say. 09136000410 is the number to dial. 09136000410. We have WhatsApp 091360000430. We're also live on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Tell me your name, where you're calling from. Let's have a conversation. Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you.
This is Bamidele Ajibola.
Yes, welcome.
From Mush.
Yes.
I want to talk on that very Igboho first. Igboho has failed himself. He has failed himself in the sense that he was the one that was negotiating for Yoruba nation. He has now gone to Tinubu. Yes. He should have done one thing, which is certain. If he wanted to keep away from politics, from everything, because Tinubu has allowed him to leave, then leave every something. Don't go to anybody. Just go and see it quietly and be on your own. But this what he has done. He has shown the people that he is not a person of integrity. Then come to that of the Tinubu himself that traveled. Tinubu traveled to London to answer the call of the king, because he has been reported to the king by his northerners that the nation you handed over to us, Tinubu is handing it over to America. So he has been called for that.
Well, that's not the information that's available to the media, right? That he's going to answer questions after being reported by the Northerners is not information that is available to the media. But thank you for your position on the matter. But thank you very much. Hello. Please turn down the volume on your radio. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Please, sir, I need you to turn off your radio or turn down the volume. Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm away from the radio now.
All right. Go ahead, please.
My name is Eldan Godwin. I'm speaking from Ogun State.
Welcome.
Yeah, talking about relocating the service ships to Maiduguri. We have done this several times and they have not yielded any result. So I don't know why Nigerians are very, very reactive instead of being proactive. So last time it happened in Benue State. They said all the military ships will relocate to Benue State. What did they achieve? Nothing. So the same thing will happen now. The deed has been done and they're asking them to go to Maiduguri to go and do what? Then as for Sunday Igboho, that is Nigerians for me. A very, very unstable kind of human being. Somebody who was agitating for a Yoruba nation now has done well, I don't know what to say about that. Let him just continue.
All right.
That is our politics to support Sowore. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello. Hello. Do make it back. Hello, morning to you.
Change, morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Robert and I am calling you from Apapa.
Yes.
On Sunday,
I did not support Sowore on Sunday Igboho. I do not support Sowore. Igboho has rights to support whosoever he feels, like the way the obedient are supporting Obi, the way the articulate are supporting Atiku. You understand? This man, Igboho, we know the travel he went through during Buhari's era. He was even because of what? He was fighting Fulani herdsmen. And after Buhari died, he left power. Tinubu brought him. I think he was granted if it were to support Tinubu. So don't blame Igboho. He's supporting who gave him freedom. My sister, for the Borno State issue, Borno State has spent over 5 billion to rehabilitate Boko Haram. You understand? You see, I don't know about reintegration, but I know very clear of rehabilitation. So when you begin to pamper terrorists, what do you expect? If you have a governor who, when you commit crime, they pamper you, won't you go ahead and continue to commit more crime? May the soul of those who died but no rest in peace. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
You might need to call us back. It's very, very unpleasant. Call back, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Please, I'm Lincoln calling from a letter.
Okay.
All right. I want to speak on Igboho affairs. Don't mind Sowore, please. When Buhari sent call for Igboho's aid, where was Sowore then? Then Igboho didn't join Atiku. He didn't join Obi. Now joining Tinubu. Is there any crime there? Igboho is not on salary. Can you imagine how people reason? He's not on salary. So the people running mad now, if Igboho is arrested, are they the ones to set him free? Don't mind our people. So just let Igboho be. Thank you and God bless you.
Hello? Hello? Do make it back. We have a few messages. I could perhaps read these messages before we go back to taking phone calls. We have bloodbath everywhere, tears and sorrows. Nigerians live in perpetual fear, yet those who promise heaven and earth about our safety are comfortable raining praises on the government. The president is in the United Kingdom telling the Englishman to come and invest in the country where the environment is very safe for investments. It's okay. Truly, on your mandate they stand. What a country. They call the ex-president all sorts of names just to get power. Now the reward of the lies and deceit is here with us until they tender unreserved apology to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and do proper spiritual cleansing of the land. Our way is too far. Steve Oferi from Mijaniki. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sis.
Good morning.
This is Mr. James speaking.
You're welcome.
So I must commend Sowore boldness many a times because this man stood for what is right always. Even if his work is not only on politics, even in activism. Because when you look at his trajectory, antecedent, you find out it's not about politicking. And that is why some people, just like Babangida said some time ago, he said, all Nigerians have prize. Just give them prize, just table it for them at the backyard and they are settled and you see them singing their praises. So, Sunday Igboho action, I wasn't surprised. It's very common with the Nigerians. And I know that is one of the reasons why Nnamdi was sitting. Because if he agreed to align with them or to accept what is given, he would have since long ago be free and enjoy himself as well. So Nigeria has prize. It shouldn't surprise anybody. But what I talk about, when we talk about security, we have these security challenges and our president is traveling abroad to invite people to come and do this where we know, even for 3 days now, we have not seen electricity power supply. When you know the security threat every now and then has become the order of the day. When you know the road network, when you know that nothing is working, even the existing companies are dying. They are trying to survive to remain afloat, and they are calling people to come. Nobody is saying this. Before you invest, you first of all go and where you want to invest. So a traveling abroad is just enjoying himself, because he has many problems at home, and he don't want to give attention to it. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Teacher Wusufu. I'm calling from Abaraja in Ikoton.
Thank you.
For Sunday Igboho versus Sowore, I think I will liken their case to that of Solomakinde versus Nyesom Wike. That is just what I will say, just to seek for maybe popularity before Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then as for the labor issue, like NLC asking for increment in the wage, I think Ajaero feels that he has not been in circulation at the moment. So he wants to come back and he wants his voice to be heard. That's all. It's not doing anything other than that. Then for insecurity, for people saying that the president shouldn't have traveled, I think they are totally wrong. Because even if he's around, he will not go to Borno State. He will also give the directive just as he has given. But let it be known that insecurity can only be solved in Nigeria when they deal with the sponsors, not with the food soldiers. These people that are bombing, the so-called extremists or fanatics that are bombing people here and there, Nigerians here and there, are just the food soldiers. They are not the real sponsors. We should go after the sponsors. The sponsors may not even be Nigerian. If we find that most of these sponsors are from abroad and we know their countries, maybe one or two countries, then we should sever our relationship with such countries or declare war against such country or countries. You understand? So we should deal with the sponsors. And I know that our government, they know, the political leaders know the sponsors. Only that they don't want to deal with them due to some political reasons.
All right. Many thanks for your contributions. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you very much. My name is Wireless. Calling you from City in the center of universe. Number one, I want to appeal to our military to do their job. These people bombing, I think they have sponsors somewhere. This is where the work for DSS very, very necessary. They should know where they should get their meeting, and they recruit their member. This guy like somebody wants to employ by these people. So we know what their secret. The major work now belongs to DSS. That's for that. And for the Fᴜဃᴜ S쏘Ɂ is fire now. If we see a lot of politicians in this country jumping from one party to another. So if the owner say I'm supporting Tinubu, what party needs somebody who's trying your life. There's a time this man ran to Kotonu, he was arrested there. But the visited you, did he give any advice? For me, there's a time you need somebody you know. So for me, is this meeting at a time, and if you cannot take it, it will be a failure. Why if you want to contest as a president of this country, why if you want to go to National Assembly, spend your money for people to get grassroots support, they voted for you, go to National, that's how you need the service. Know what this is that is doing. If you go alone, you go and support anybody you like, but why are you calling him of FᴜΓᴜ? So what I want to do, if talk with very cheap. The people do is to criticize. But when you come to the field, they perform badly. Just because like Sowore, if you want to go to National Assembly, you want to contest for president, when you can't get 100,000 votes.
Why?
My sister, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Morning to you.
Gift from Lagos Island.
Welcome.
So it's so good that the internet do not forget. Now let me read the statement to you. Why should any part of the country be under occupation in any civilized country? Jonathan should resign. That statement was for the president of this country when he was an opposition leader of the APC. But now they are taking over territories in the country. They are bombing people left and right. But he's on a ferry trade trip to the UK. So people are telling us there's nothing he would do. He does not have to go. He could not shift the missing. That's why I had to go by fire by force. So there's fire in your land. You can imagine a father where there is a fire on his roof, but he's going to go and visit, go for dinner abroad. That is what the president is showing us. So we should always remember that the internet will not forget. This is not like 78 when you say something on radio and you say you not say it again. You have proof to show you every day what you said a few years ago. So you look at this thing and I just wonder, they're taking us for a do. And I keep telling you, State, this place will never get better until we confine our leaders to this country. But not leaders, they're servants, those servants, they're not leaders. Confine them to this country. Their families are not affected, so they can always go on the ferry train and jump. Or NLC quickly, please. You see, Jᴏɪṛ is one of, I don't want to use vulgar words on radio. You asked for 500K, as Fᴜဃᴜ said. They gave you 70, you were saying Gbosa. Now you've come back. And they should always remember that no matter the minimum wage they ask for, it will never be sufficient, because inflation will always keep the subsidy removal and the miscellaneous of this government will always catch up with that money. Have a good day, my sister. God bless.
Everyone, thank you very much for calling. Hello. The volume on your radio, please. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you see, the issue here is that...
Are you in front of a standing fan, perhaps?
Yes, let me go outside. Yeah. The issue here is that some of these people speaking today, they don't even understand what Sunday Igboho have said. His comment is what is annoying everybody. Nobody is saying you should not support Tinubu. You are free to support Tinubu. Nobody is saying that. But don't threaten other candidates, telling Peter Obi and Atiku they must not come to Southwest and contest. That is very, very wrong. That is very wrong. That is what people are saying, and that is what Showe is saying. You don't need to threaten anybody. Support Tinubu. You are free to support Tinubu, and let all of us let them go for the election and see. If Tinubu wins, fine. If he doesn't win, fine. Let him give way. That's what we are saying. You should not threaten them. You should not threaten anybody. We all are Nigerians.
Hold on. I hope you're not insinuating that M쪼ɪᴜᴜ is threatening Igboho, because that did not happen.
No. I'm not saying Showe did not threaten Igboho.
Okay.
What it is what Igboho said, that Peter Obi and Atiku must not come to Southwest and can campaign. I don't know whether you saw the video. That was what Igboho said. That Peter Obi and Atiku must not come to Southwest and campaign. That if they come, it will be fire for fire, which was wrong, and that was what Showe was against. Igboho is free to campaign for Tinubu. He's free to collect any million and join Tinubu. Nobody's against it. But Nigerians will decide 2027. If Tinubu has done well, let him come. If he has not done well, they will vote against him and let him get away from that position. Thank you, my dear.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my daughter. Igboho said so. He said the article Peter Obi should not come to Southwest. I even made comments in the Twitter. I made my own comments. He doesn't have right to say such thing, that he shouldn't come to Southwest. These Southwest people, when people they think say na them even more liberal, and you allow that such person to want to threaten people not to come to your region to campaign. Southwest is meant for everybody. No tribe that is not living in. Even in that Ijebu, the Shagamu, you see that tribe living there comfortably. Why are you telling them that they shouldn't come to Southwest to campaign? If they ban the Tinubu, because Tinubu is a president, they will allow him to come to the north to campaign. They will be stoning him, like what they did to Jonathan in Kaduna. They will stone him. They should caution him. Tinubu is too taciturn not to be cautioning his people. He should tell them not to give problem to him, because when the ship come to shore, it will be on his head. He doesn't have right to tell anybody not to come to Southwest. For what? They will come and campaign. On the day they go and vote. Go and vote anybody you want to vote. After all, Tinubu has 34 states. Why are they afraid? Good morning.
All right, so if you're just joining the program, this is Mainland Focus. We have 3 stories that we're focusing on at the moment. First of all, we're talking about the suicide bombing in Maiduguri 3 that happened almost simultaneously. About 23 people dead and over 108 are currently injured and receiving treatment. The president has mourned via his official X platform. He's in the UK at the moment. The service chiefs are there already, and they've been charged to bring the perpetrators to book, and also medical care be provided for those who are injured. So we're talking about rising insecurity, the possibility that this might continue, and the possibility that this is also something of a reprisal attack because of the few successes recorded by security agents, and these assailants are fighting back and wreaking havoc on civilian population as some sort of pushback against the successes recorded by the military. We're also talking about the labor unions asking for a minimum wage of 154,000 naira and provisions for retirees, especially those within the public sector, the possibility of this being achieved. We've seen negotiations like this one happen before, and what we settled for was a far cry from the initial figure that was requested. 154,000 minimum wage, is that a possibility, or what would you think would be a reasonable upward review of minimum wage away from the 70,000 that we currently have at the moment? And the last story we're talking about, the back and forth between Sunday Igboho and M쏘ɪᴜ S쏘Ɂ. Sunday Igboho is alleging that M쏘ɪᴜ S쏘Ŋ is referring to his decision to support the president as amala politics, transactional politics, if you like. You know, that what has changed, that's M쏘ɪᴜ S쏘ǳ saying, what exactly has changed? What has this administration done to deserve your support? Sunday Igboho is saying, because of my agitation, some sort of respite has been enjoyed by the Southwest, so I think it's okay for me to support whomever I want to support, and you can see evidence of my activism. M쏘ɪᴜ S쏘ǳ is not on board with that point of view. He thinks that this sudden support of the APC government by Sunday Igboho is transactional, or well, as the report says, allegedly. So let's get your comments on these three stories. You cannot speak on all three in 1 minute, so I ask that you kindly choose the stories you want to speak on and maximize the time allotted to you. Let's read a few Facebook messages before we go back to the phone. We have Francis in Amani, who says he's texting from Enugu State. All right, welcome. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. Government should prioritize the issue of security and improved standard of living rather than shifting more attention to the 2027 general election. A stitch in time saves 9. John Bernard Ohi says, having lived among them, it will be difficult to fight these suicide bombings because whatever security measure that will be put in place will be resisted by the locals because of religious belief. Banning of hijab and religious gathering, it is well. As for Sunday Igboho, money is speaking. We have Babalola Williams on Facebook, who says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. On Shore's comment about Igboho, I totally agree with him. I used to be Igboho's follower based on Yoruba Nation struggle. In fact, I was nearly shot at Ajota on the 3rd of July 2021 during a protest. We knew how Igboho abused Tinubu then, including all the politicians. So what has now made Tinubu to be Igboho's chosen candidate? I called Igboho a betrayer and a hypocrite without any apology. On Labour proposing new wages, they're jokers. Many things they're supposed to press for, like affordable housing, transportation, healthcare, etc., that will make average citizens' lives meaningful, not in their agenda, but prefer chasing shadows as always. Minimum wage is not the solution at all. Babalola Williams from Magodo. We have Ahmad White, who says, Sage and Fuad, for Igboho and Sowore, everyone is free to support anyone. Why should Igboho be threatening Peter Obi supporters that they shouldn't come to campaign? It's wrong. Taiwo Kodri says, Sowore is right today, Igboho. The statement made by Sunday triggers Sowore. What right does Igboho have to say other candidates should not campaign in the Southwest? That is my take. All right, we're going to the phones now. Hello, morning to you.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
John from Mogba.
Welcome.
You know, this matter of this bombing, like Bobali, the color of a man's skin is no longer significant as the color of the eyes. There will always be injustice. Or the certain set of people are no longer significant, more important than some other people. This is what we witness because the government lack political will to combat insurgency headlong. Gumi said that the government knows exactly where these insurgencies are located. And he said further that when he goes to visit these insurgency people, he does not go alone. He goes with some government officials. In the same back, you people played it now. Why is it that after this bombing, the president has not told the soldiers that they should go into their enclave, not in Maiduguri, into the enclaves of the bombers? Because they know where they are, and somebody is telling me that the player has done it. No, they should order them to go to the entrance of the bombers where they are located and stop them out, exterminate them, decimate them, kill them. That's what it's supposed to have said. Not that you get much of that to go to Maiduguri. If they reach Maiduguri, they settle and they say they are looking for bombers. Is that how it should be? On Sunday, and this is what we are saying. Why this kind of statement? Why setting another Nigeria? I'm a Yoruba man, but Nigeria is a free and society where people should be aspired to attain whatever position they want to attain without any threat, fear or favor. Good morning.
Hello. 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 Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Balaji from Ijogo.
Welcome.
Let me quickly speak on Sowore and Igboho. In fact, to me, that is my personal opinion. Igboho has disappointed me.
and I know millions of Nigerians will be disappointed from his utterances. Because this is Nigeria, national, we call ourselves a nation. And you are threatening candidates that they should not come and campaign in the forward of our country. It is very, very alarming. In fact, it shouldn't have been Tinubu that this thing will be happening under him. Although, Adam Somale has said that if you just cross to the APC, your sins are forgiven. Maybe Igboho is a sinner. Because like all those people crossing now, they are sinners because they need forgiveness. So they should go up, come and beg Nigerians. We Nigeria, they have sinned against us. They should make atonement. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Well, thank you. Morning to you.
My regards to Alhaji Fuad. What my take is that I think the the American soldiers, they said they are in this country, 200 of them gathering, giving information or working with whatever information, whatever. And then where are they? They didn't gather this information to be able to tell Nigerian forces that these people are in operation in a place and they succeeded in bombing a place, Maiduguri or wherever in this country. What is their presence doing in Nigeria here? That's one. Then for Sunday Igboho, he has disappointed everybody. Ambode was forgiven by Tinubu. He's remaining silent. If he had remained silent, I think he would have even have more respect than what he is saying. A former president, vice president of this nation, not to come to Lagos State, and a former governor of this country, and a presidential candidate, not to come to Lagos State. What is he trying to say? I think he's just trying to rubbish himself and bring himself so low. The federal government or the government of Tinubu saying that they should do this, they should do that. How many insurgents have they really executed or prosecuted? How many? He's just saying words of mouth. I think it's only God that will deliver us in this nation. They always see us as winners, but someday the winner will become somebody that will laugh last. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello. Make it back. We have here good. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Yes, good morning, Sage. The whole country is highly disturbed by the incessant killing and kidnapping of innocent people by terrorists and bandits. Eliminating these criminals need courage, modern technology, information, and total absence of conflict of interest by the command leaders. President Tinubu's travel to Britain at this time amounts to insensitivity and a lack of empathy. Noah from Igondo sent that one. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. It's unfortunate that we do not have visionary leaders, but praise singers and pocket-oriented persons. In my former article, I said that labor leaders should not ask for salary increment for workers. Welfareism such as easy transportation, better housing, and the abolition of food middlemen on the bombing, it's an act of ungovernable governance which has been in place since 11 years. We're watching Ifeanyi from Asheshe. We have good morning, the people of Mainland FM. It's unfortunate where Nigeria finds herself today. The country has been overwhelmed and overrun by insecurity because of a lack of responsible and responsive leadership. That is the reason the president jetted out of the country in the face of Maiduguri bombing. The same killing is all over the country today. Terrorist groups and their sponsors are being pampered as the citizens are being sacrificed at the altar of politics and religious patriotism. It's only an irresponsible and careless leader that will jet out from the country in the midst of a reign of terror that is going on. God is watching. Victor Aloigbuke from Ikeja. Hello.
Hello, Lady Soik. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Shola. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, for Sunday Igboho, why many of us are complaining is that, of course, he has the right to support whoever he wants to support. But why will you now start threatening people? Just like M쏘ɪᴜᴜ did. So he has turned himself into a political talk now. I will say that I was so disappointed, but though I understand his plight, when he was being chased away, he was in Cotonou. Even this same president did not even, go for him to assist him. We know it was Obasanjo, but at the same time he had the right. So why will he not threaten other people? That shows that this present president, that is what he's good at doing. He knows how to coerce people, to coordinate, to guide them, push them into his camp, in whatever means. It is very bad. This is not how democracy works.
Well, a lot of these people are claiming that there's no coercion whatsoever, and they're actually doing all of this of their own volition.
Condition. If you look at it, it was condition. He said that nobody came for him. They took him to the president, and he was pardoned. His name was removed. Don't you know how they operate? They will condition him. They will give him condition. That is how they do their things. That's the politics the president plays. That's my take this morning. God bless you, Sid.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Joseph Mabu.
All right.
Please, what I just want to say concerning this, is just trying to show an appreciation for what our president has done for him. When for our former president Buhari, I know what he really faced then. So for him supporting Tinubu, I don't think it's a wrong idea. But the fact that he's now eating another thing, people to put Yoruba land to make their political stuff in Yoruba land here, I don't think it's right for him to be saying that they don't have the right to come out campaign. No, it's not right. But for him to support Tinubu, I don't think it's wrong. Thank you.
Hello.
Please.
Yes.
This is one comment. Look at Sunday Igboho. I want to do that. If a child steals meat and don't beat that child, a day will come that child will practically sell the house. Sunday Igboho has seen the precedence of what happened to M쏘ɪᴜᴜ when he made that famous statement, they should not come out and come and vote. And people will tell you, go and vote. In my own hood, will tell you, if you don't vote for this particular party, don't come out, which is APC. Let's say it as it is. Even if my hood, they will tell you, I'm a vote for APC, don't come. Thank you very much.
All right. And please, I simply ask that if you've called before, please do not call a second time. It's not for anything. It's just so that people can have a chance. All right. I'm deliberately allowing more time so you're able to land your point. If you've called before, please kindly resist the urge to call a second time. If you have additional opinion you'd like to share, take advantage of our other platforms like WhatsApp. You can send a message. There's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's even text message. You can send it and I'll get to that message. Okay. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, good morning, this is Stage.
Morning to you.
So this is Dile calling from Solo this morning.
Yes.
I just want to talk.
So, do you mind walking away from your radio or turning it off?
Okay, ma'am. What I'm trying to say here is that, see, the issue of this labor union, we don't need salary increments or I don't know, increments or all these increments. We need they should be to feed the variable that is bringing inflation to our neighbors. At least if government can fix our refinery, you can buy fuel at cheaper price, then things will come down. Our salary at least it can instead of them requesting for salary increment again. If our union can tell the president that we need to feed this thing, we don't increment, feed this thing, all this variable affecting our fuel just come down. That's my take.
All right. Hello. Please, the volume on your radio.
I've off the radio.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ajibola calling from Ikolaye.
Yes.
See, all the stories we are saying this morning is tied to one thing, and that is one of the main problems of this country: hypocrisy. We are so hypocritical in this nation, and we are so self-centeredness. Self-centeredness. That is the two problems. That's one of the two problems we have. If corruption favors you, self-centered, that is not the corruption. That is politics. That is the school of politics. If the corruption is not favoring you, it must be prosecuted. We should have corruption courts. We should have corruption courts. That is if it's not favoring you again. So that is one of the hypocrisy is one of the things that is killing this nation, and self-centeredness. When the president was in the operation, he even said categorically that the president Goodluck should resign because of the insecurity then. This is just And then compared to this one, that is just the tip of the iceberg compared to the insecurity level we are having today. It goes to hypocrisy. That is what is killing everybody. An adult man, a grown-up 70-years-old man, will come on radio and come and say rubbish because of his own self-centeredness, and he want the nation to move forward. How do we get out of this quagmire that we find ourselves? When you can see the truth and you cannot say it, when you can see black and call it white, the nation will not move forward. That's why they are calling everybody. So what has been on his path and never seated for a lot of things, even when it is not political, he will still maintain his stand. That is a man of integrity. And somebody one way to come and rubbish somebody like that. Nigeria is well with Nigeria.
We appreciate your insight. We're going back to Facebook now. We have Benjamin is who says, good morning, Sejafwad. It's unfortunate the type of country we are in and the type of citizens that we have. People came out to protest here in Nigeria over the war going on in America, Israel and Iran, but over 23 people were killed in Borno State with suicide bombing, and there is not any protest from the same people. Are we serious at all in the country? As for the president traveling to the United Kingdom, the question is, in all of the traveling of Mr. President since he became president, how has the traveling benefited average Nigerians? Benjamin from Shogunle. Oh, this is not like a direct answer to your question. However, the Punch did report this morning that there's an arrangement between Nigeria and the UK to sort of fix our ports in the country. So is one of the agenda, fixing the ports that we have in the country, investing in our port system, amongst other things. Just telling you what the report said. We have another team talk by Michael, who says, hello Mainland FM. First and foremost, my sincere condolences to the families that lost their loved ones in the suicide bombing that happened in Borno and the ugly attack in Katsina State. It is unfortunate that the present administration has not gotten the political will to stop the continuous bombing and killing of innocent citizens. It's disheartening that despite the huge amount that the past and present administration have spent and continue to spend on security and the situation, it keeps getting worse, which shows that some top military officers and people in government can be alleged to be benefiting from the money set aside for security. I feel a forensic audit should be carried out. Also, permit me to ask, why has Nigerians not been able to see and feel the impact of the 200 American soldiers that we're told will collaborate with our military? Is it not worrisome that the country is yet to overcome bandits and terrorists, yet politicians are parading the city boys and village boys ahead of the 2027 general election? The most annoying is that when it degenerates to a bigger crisis in the future, the religious leaders will come out and tell Nigerians to pray to God to solve the problem that the politicians have created for their selfish interest. Are we actually serious in this country? On the comments made by ᴏᴜ S쏘ɪᴜ Fᴜᴜ, to me, politicians would always do everything to win influential personalities to their side. And like the Senate President will always say that what money cannot do, more money will do. ᴏᴜ should not blame Sunday Igboho because he has a right to support anybody. Finally, I'd like to appeal to the NLC, especially the President of the Union, to take a back seat because under his watch, the union has become a toothless dog. Increasing minimum wage and salary is not the solution to the problem on ground. What he should be clamoring for is how Naira would have value so that no matter the amount of money that workers are collecting, it will be able to cater to their pressing needs. From Ijagamo, our community sent that message. 09136000410 09136000410 is number to dial. WhatsApp 09136000430. Facebook, YouTube is at Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Kitty. So it's Sunday now. Igbo is not somebody that we talk and his contribution will be attracting comments from national level. It's very, very unfortunate. Nigeria has degenerated into a situation. There's no problem since we have been made to understand that we are running criminal enterprise. So there's no problem about that one. Concerning security, the blood of the innocent people that have been wasted, the life of people that have been wasted, their blood will cry upon those who, because my Bible tells me that when you know the right thing, you fail to do it, it's a sin unto you. So President Tinubu is busy setting bad precedents by recruiting. So Sunday Igboho is now attending University of Politics as a body law. God will save Nigeria from those people that are pretending to be a Democrat. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Babala.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, first of all, on the issue of Ebono, bomb blast. Well, to me, we should not expect anything, like, you're sending the service chief to that place. This is not the first time. But the irony of the issue is the polarization of insecurity is from that particular area. The people are compounding, the leaders of that place are compounding the insecurity. We remember the number of lists of the people of Nigeria that are supporting this bandit. And even with their action, giving these people leniency, come on. You give somebody who is a criminal, a killer, you're giving me amnesty. What are you doing? We continue to sound and they continue to do the same thing up to today. So the cause of insecurity is from that area, no more, no less. On the issue of or whatever, to me, so whether it's a kind of a journalistical, fanatics, what is the business about that? You understand? You continue to act, you challenge people. You what I mean. You respect yourself. You form of journalist. Professional you are. Is that the way some other journalists are doing? You criticize anyhow.
He's a professional actor too. Now he's a political actor. I beg your pardon. He's a political actor too.
Well, look at his history. You challenge people anyhow. The way he's talking, is he only the journalist, political active that is in Nigeria? Look at what he's doing.
Are you saying that it's not okay to challenge people who act as representatives?
You challenge people reasonably. What I'm saying is you challenge people reasonably with fact, not in a top-degree manner. That's what I'm saying. It's approach of challenging. You see.
But when people say that certain people from other tribes or other regions should not do things, don't you think that's a tad toggerish too?
Well, the point is clear. I'm just,
I know we're just having a conversation. I'm saying that let's just look at things from both angles. We're just talking.
I understand you, Babala. What I'm saying is that if you look at your record, the way he challenges people, the way he brings these issues, look. So, with that number, I am saying whatever challenges you want to do, you do it reasonably, methodically, not with legalism. Not that people see you. As an antagonist, which has no genuity. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it doesn't have to talk. A lot of people have talked. What are we talking? When Ghanaian was alive, he did not do the same thing. So that's where I'm going. On the issue of the labor, it's unfortunate to me. Labor is demanding for increase of with this installation. Gone are the days when we have responsible leaders in the labor who are concerned with the economic of the prosperity of this country. But these people, they are favorites on their own side. Only after that, they are not bothered about the economy of this country. Have a nice day.
Hello. Hello. I don't think I've answered the phone. Maybe call back. Hello. Turn down the volume on your radio, please. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. My name is Victor Iboke. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. The last two callers, the person that called, the second person called, and this one, he has spoken my mind. See, the problem we are facing in Nigeria is not too far-fetched. It's just a matter of being hypocrisy. We are being hypocritical in almost every aspect of our life. We will see truth and we will return it because it does not favor us. And when it favors us, we will call good bad and we will call bad good, depending on how the direction things are going. And that is why somebody will be supporting S쏘ļɪᴜ. I think there are two types of people supporting what is doing, because he's up to something. Nobody is saying that he should not support whoever he want to support. Nobody. I don't think. But for him to be saying that he has rights to stop other politicians and other contestants from coming to Southwest to campaign, who gives him that right? Is that the right thing for him to do? And if another person do it now or say something like that, then the same people supporting him now will still go out and attack the person. It is not covered by any law to stand and say that the people coming to campaign to Southwest will march with fire to fire. That is nonsense, and it cannot be tolerated in a country like that has a multi-ethnic and a multi-political parties and every manner of people. Somebody is now coming to say things that are bringing division, and if it's allowed to stand, it will cause more damage, like Olumo is doing in Lagos. They know what is happening here. So please, let us say, and other people doing that, they do it also for act of ignorance, because there's maybe the way you present it.
Thank you so much.
What we are saying.
Thank you for calling. You have a great morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
To you.
My name is Bumi, and I'm calling you from Command.
Yes.
See, when people just come online, I love one man that said the 70 years old something. See, when people just come online to come and defend nonsense, look at the way you just interact with this man. Now, he couldn't even lay a normal statement. In now stammering, and you know. What do you know? Can you just make a simple statement? Is it right for a girl to also say this kind of statement? No. You don't. You know the antecedents of what are you saying? Can you make a stand? If you can't make a stand for the truth, then you are making the stand for lies. That is just it. You can't stay in the middle. If you are for the truth, you will be for the truth, and if you are for lies, you are. I'm Bumi. My name is Bumi. I'm a Yoruba man. So you can't just tell me because I'm a Yoruba man I should be hypocritical because a Yoruba man is on the throne. What has it fetched for me? What has it sitting on the throne fetched for me as a family man? I buy things as expensive as anything. So I will now still be economical with the truth. Then something is wrong with my regular obligata. God bless this nation.
Hello, good morning to you. Oh, I'm not sure that you've answered the phone. Let me read messages. Good morning to the great people of mainland radio. It's unfortunate where Nigeria finds herself today. The country has been overwhelmed and overrun by insecurity because of a lack of responsible and responsive leadership. That is the reason the president jetted out of the country in the face of Maiduguri bombing. The same killing is all over the country today. Terrorist group and their sponsors are being pampered as the citizens are being sacrificed at the altar of politics and religious patriotism. It's only an irresponsible and careless leader that will jet out of the country in the midst of a reign of terror that's going on today. Fᴜᴜᴜ from Ikeja. We have Robert who says, good morning, Sage. The increment of minimum wage does not have economic value. The purchasing power has been killed by inflation. If the government increase minimum wage, the price of goods will go up. What the government should do is bring down the inflation rate. For Sunday Igboho, Sage, you should have brought out the comment he made that Atiku and Obi should not come to the Southwest to campaign for discussion and not his support for Tinubu as condemned by Sowore. Igboho has a right to support any politician he feels. In the same way I have the opportunity to read out the report, you have the information. My heart goes out to the family of those that died in the Borno bomb blast. May their souls rest in peace. Why is it that we always say terrorists should not be shown compassion? Because they continue to perpetrate evil over and over again. May God bless Nigeria. Okay, let's take calls. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, please.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Welcome.
Yeah, I love your program first and foremost.
Thank you.
And I've been listening to your program, and most of your topics are they are most interesting. But there's something I was listening to most of your callers, and I just want to advise your station about. And I would love you to take this as an advice, because I loved that station, Mainland FM. I love it so much because they have an interesting programs at times. You see, there are some mentally ill women out there who take headlines. They just make noise on headlines, and they expect journalists to come and read what they say, and they are politically, mentally ill. So, and it's not even an idea for such headlines to be reading for public, because it incites a lot of violence, not only political violence, but mental violence. It incites a lot of people. They make a comment that
will now incite the radio station, and it will affect your station, and that's not good enough. Are you there?
Please round off your thoughts, sir.
Are you there?
Please round off your thoughts, sir. Round off your thoughts so we can take other calls as well.
Okay. So, like I said, my advice is that there are some headlines you read. Don't bring it on her.
We have to read all headlines. It's called the newspaper review program. That's why we have analysis to help people make the right choices. We have analysis to explain what the headlines are, tell you what the body of the story is, and we believe that everyone who's listening to radio has the capacity for independent thought and processing. So when we read these headlines, because it is a newspaper review show, we provide extra analysis. We tell you the newspaper where the report is. We quote our sources, we quote our references, so that you also have an opportunity to go and look at this report on your own if you're not completely satisfied with analysis, and then form your own independent thought. Selecting headlines would be a tad unfair because it would automatically mean that we're taking a position, and liberalism is essential for this line of work. I don't know if you also understand my perspective on the subject matter, but thank you very much for your opinion on this topic. I'll take 2 more phone calls. We finish with messages. Hello.
Hello, Madam Fish.
Yes, morning to you.
Good morning, long time.
How are you today?
I'm fine. This Samuel calling from Ikeja.
Oh, okay. I was trying to change the voice. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah. It has been a long time.
Yeah, been a minute. Welcome.
Yes, Madam Fish. I don't know where to start this morning. You know, when I listen to this program, sometimes, I tend to try to understand myself or understand how we think as a people. You understand, when it comes to issue of this country. It makes me to remember the song where that Lucky Dube sing, when he said, if you cannot say something good about somebody, just keep quiet. Don't say anything at all. You see, we can continue to defend what we are not supposed to defend. Now, some people are issuing threat. You understand? Let's say, for example, if other people start issuing those threats, what are we going to say? You understand? Somebody is telling somebody that he should not come to so place to campaign. Himself, the person issuing the threat, which state did he come from? Is that person from Lagos State? You can imagine where the threat, or maybe where that person is coming from. So you after you came out to say, okay, you are supporting the president. Now another threat is coming out that so person should not come to so place to campaign. The person you are talking about, is that person not a citizen of this country? Is that person doesn't have a right to go to any state and campaign? So sometimes when people come on air and start all this kind of thing, in fact, as elderly people for that matter, you understand, you are supporting somebody, doesn't mean that if the person is wrong, you cannot come out and tell the person that what he has said is very wrong. You say Eshowore is always challenging people. So is Eshowore challenging people in a wrong way or in the right way? If the government is not doing things right, Eshowore as a citizen of this country, you have every right to challenge the government and challenge anybody. Thank you.
All right, well, that would have to be our last call for the morning. We don't have time for calls anymore. But yes, let's just read messages. We have, hold on a second. Let the caller answer the question you've asked. If he calls Eshowore a gangster because he faltered on patriotic support, what would he call Igbo who told Obi and Atiku not to exercise their fundamental right? All right. We have here, hello Mainland FM. Anyone surprised about Sunday Igboho is seriously mistaking. The only reason Sunday Igboho was supported by the people was because he decided to fight the Fulanis in the area who were kidnapping and killing innocent people. But that did not depict his personal character. If you owe someone money or someone grants you a favor, it's only natural for you to do their bidding. This government has been known to support tribal bigotry, which we've seen from the 2023 election that took place. Please, I want to beg other tribes not to get worked up, as these people want to use tribalism to divide us again. My best advice is for people to be quiet and not respond to people that have started. Sean. Okay. Good morning, Sage and Mr. Fuad. Christopher F. Young. To fight insecurity in Nigeria and to win, we need total political will. Insecurity in Nigeria is very difficult to fight and win, but those that connected to this are very powerful in government, and they are a part of the government, and that's where they're making their money. Even Goodluck Jonathan once said that there's Boko Haram within his government. So what are we saying? Who said President Tinubu should not travel? The biggest joke of the year. Last killing, our president was meeting with all the security chief. This one, he moved security chiefs to stay there. Next one, president will issue a matching order. I end up by saying the president is just buying time. Does he know where the killers are? With a question mark. Sage, I forgot to clear it. The station has been fine since Monday. I've been using it. Don't mind anyone who's just an antagonist. Well done for the good job, Ajibola Fomikola. I really don't know what you're responding to. I'm just reading it. I don't really understand, but thank you. We have good morning, Sage. On Sunday, we'll host threat to Peter Obi and Atiku to avoid the Southwest. It is not unanticipated. It shows his low mental capacity and completely rubbishes the agitation for Yoruba nation. He could have very well stated that he was in support of the Tinubu administration and would love a level playing field. That would please. That will have pleased in on the high pedestal. I don't know what that is, but you go further to say, unfortunately, he's no different from people like Asari Dokubo and others who use tribal sentiment to advance their emptiness. Philip from Akomojo. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. It's unfortunate our president still jetted out of the country even when people were being killed. The people he went to meet can't do that if one soul is lost in their country. The presidency is disconnected from the national grid. Can Buckingham Palace and Downing Street disconnect from the British Electric Corporation? What are they coming to do in our port? Are ships not loading and sailing? They colonized this country and people are being killed every day. They haven't done anything to assist us and they're busy welcoming the president. It's a shame. Patrick from Iyano Ejigbo. And that's about all the contributions. Oh, okay, on Radio Garden. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. That's all we can take this morning. Thank you so much for your analysis, your feedback, and every other thing. It's an enjoyable experience on Mainland Focus. So we really get to talk, get to interact, and get to share opinions and ideas on these matters. And I always look forward to it, as I believe that you do too. Let's take a break, all right? So we can step aside and we can have global view by 10 a.m. Again, is an insight into what's going on beyond the Nigerian border. So stick around for that program. At 12 noon, we'll be back. At 4 p.m. Situation Room, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Midweek Politics, and at 8 p.m. we have Shenanigans. That's a brief rundown of all the things to expect this day here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't go anywhere.